like a couple $100 just smacked me upside my head, man. Take me. Man, $200 ain't nothing, Ray. Yeah, you're right. It is one thing, though. It's that way. It ain't that way. So. All right, guys. So good morning. It's Friday morning, and it rained again last night. We need the rain, and we're caught up on all the lawns. We probably got another, I don't know. We're down about half the lawns that we would normally be doing. We're down to about half now, and pretty soon we're gonna be, here in the next, 2 weeks or so. It'll drop all the way down to where we're doing, 10% or whatever. Just minor, cleanups. I do cleanups, but I don't really do leaf cleanups solely. We just keep going to the properties until all the leaves are gone. But again, most of the properties don't have a lot of leaves, so we're not doing them, right? So yeah, that's the tale of the tape, man. Going into the fall. I'm not really, I used to get a little bit worried, but I'm not really worried anymore. Not like I used to. My first 5 years was pretty rough, in the wintertime. Well, I wasn't making quite enough money in the summertime to be able to just not do anything in the wintertime. Plus, I'm just not built like that either. So, it is what it is, right? So, y'all know that I cut locks off and stuff down here for the storage facility. And they got a couple of carts, complimentary carts that they have, to where people can, use the carts to put their stuff into the storage units where the unit is inside of a building down a long hallway, and the smaller units. Now the one I have over there is a drive up. You drive up to it, but they have them where they're inside of a building too, and you can and there's long corridors where there's 10 by 10s, 5 by 10s, whatever, and they have complimentary carts that the company's bought, and they leave, in these corridors where people can use them. So there's 2 of the carts are down, broke, busted, something. I don't even know. I talked to the manager over there. She wants me to come and pick these 2 up and see if I can fix them. And she said that they're expensive carts, I think she said they're about $800 a piece. So that would tell me they're good carts, because if it's an old cheap cart, then ain't nothing I can really do with it. So, but I haven't seen them or nothing. There's 2 of them that are down. They got probably 5 or 6 of them, but 2 of them are messed up. So she told me if I wasn't doing anything today that I could, and it's just right, not even a mile from, hell, it ain't even a half a mile from here, that I could come get these 2 carts, bring them to the shop here, and fix them. And she'd give me, the company would pay me $200 or $300 to fix these carts. So, I may just, I'm fixing to go down there now and look at them. It's just so wet. I'm not really trying to do a lot. I'll take the Bobcat over to the bamboo site over the weekend and gather up all the attachments, because when I go out there to that job next week, the job I looked at yesterday, I know I didn't get a lot of footage. I did get a lot of footage, but it was going to take me way too long to edit it. It was, just, I'll get footage when I go over there and the owner's not around. So Yeah, but I got a lot of my attachments are over at the bamboo site, and I can only haul so many attachments at a time. And one of the things that's difficult to haul together are the brush cutter and the power rake. Those two things on the trailer together, it's well, it's a challenge. So I'm gonna have to probably I'm gonna have to put some attachments on the small trailer, and Zach can pull that next week. Bo's blowing me up. See, Bo was wanting to do some work today. This was last night. You know, I told him, I said, well, you know, it might be going to rain. We could do some stuff around the house. I said, give me a shout, you know, in the morning around 8 or so. And see, that's how I test Bo to see if he's in a state of mind to work. So Zach's getting his car fixed today, so supposed to. But if he didn't call me before 8:30, Bo didn't call me before 8:30, or reach out before 8:30, then I know that he ain't gonna be in no state that I'm gonna want to deal with. Ain't nothing changed with Bo, y'all. It's all the same. And you know, so Bo's gonna be kept at a distance unless I need him, right? And you know, now if I needed him today, then I would be more forthcoming and reach out to him. But he's the one that needs money, not me. And he needs the money more than I need the help. Well, yeah. And I was just gonna have him help me do some stuff around here, and I still may get him after I talk to him. He's texting me. I may call him and kind of see where his head is. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here and get these carts and get them on the trailer. Then I'm gonna start getting everything ready for tomorrow to go. A high of 75 for the whole week. A low of 45. So the goal is to start that job on Monday. Now, I'm gonna have to get everything together because I gotta get all the attachments from the bamboo site, and I need to get them here. You gotta be careful about how you move things around when you got big attachments and stuff, because you'll find yourself not being able to unload or load the attachment. You gotta have a machine with you. And so if I'm going over to the bamboo site to do any work this weekend, then I don't need to bring all the attachments because I need to bring some of them home. So whatever attachments I can leave here and not need, then that's what I need to do. Because when I leave the bamboo site this weekend, I need to get the brush cutter. I need to get the stump bucket. Yeah, and I don't leave the power rake anywhere. My power rake's here. What else? I'm gonna need a stump bucket for sure. I'm gonna need a power rake for sure, and I'm gonna need a brush cutter for sure. Brush cutter and the brush cutter and the power rake on the trailer at the same time. That's a wrap. That's a max on that trailer. So I'm gonna have to have another trailer, which is another vehicle, go out there just to bring the attachments, you know, to that job. Okay guys, so I'm out here in the shop and I'm trying to, I mean, these carts, she said they paid, the owners paid like $600 for these carts, man. Dude, what a ripoff, because there's nothing to them. You see this metal right here is real thin. And they're both identical, so I put that one on its side so it wouldn't put all the wear on that other side. See, that other side right here is already bending right there. But you see, this is just not a very good design here. That's a lot of, you know, that's a lot of pole right there, right? To be welded at the bottom like that. And this is your leverage point. This is where everybody is going to grab it. And look, You put weight on here and you do it like that, you'll bend. I mean, it's moving now. That shouldn't move at all. What'd be smart is right here, y'all see this? So right here, put you a piece of steel right here, drill holes through the steel and run these through that piece of steel, and then weld that piece of steel to here. Just like a little strap, if you will, right? And then weld it to here. And then that will shore that up, because that's a lot of distance. You know, yeah. You just need a piece of steel about like this, just to lay in here. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to do anything with it to the wood, just drill holes through it and run these through it. And that'll hold it tight on the wood. And then weld it, just tack weld it right here and right there. That would make it where this one won't do what this one's done. It's just a matter of time before this one does that. The reason I got this one is because, well, the caster wheel's coming off. So I'm gonna go through it and tighten everything up, grease the casters and everything, because these are the cheapest built I've never seen. Yeah. I mean, this is, I mean, what is that, an inch channel or some shit? Inch and a half channel? That's doo-doo. One thing that I'll do is I'll see, when they tighten these things down, they didn't use the proper washers or nothing. They got a lock washer there and a lock nut. You really don't need both. And then right here they got a, see what I'm saying? I mean, what's happened on this one is they backed out. So what I'll do before I take them back up there is I'll get them all tight as it can be, and then I'll just touch it with the welder right there, you know what I'm saying? So that you can't take them off without cut. You'll have to cut the bolt. And that's, in this situation, that's better than anything else. But it's just some other stuff that, you know, if you got skills that you can get into, you know, when you're not working or whatever. And, you know, this is, I'm at my house, it's not like work. I'm in my shop, which is what I built it for. If I didn't have this building here, I wouldn't even entertain doing this. So, they're gonna give me $100 on each one, plus if I have to buy any parts. So, I mean, if I sit down with this right here, with both of these, right here, right now, I could fix them both in an hour. And I got stuff. I mean, y'all think about this. Y'all think this is crazy. What, I could actually get a edger blade, right? I've used them for a lot of different stuff. I can actually get an edger blade and lay it right here. Drill holes through it for these two holes, and then cut me a radius on the end of it to weld to here. Just you know, just kind of a half moon or whatever, just to kind of where it'll go up on that pipe, you know, something like that. It ain't got to be perfect. These things are very poorly built though. The only thing that's valuable on these things is the freaking casters. And there's no telling what kind of weight he's getting put on these things. They'll probably hold a lot of weight, but if you're trying to push a lot of weight, and this is where you're grabbing it at, dude, if this was another quarter inch longer, you could, you know, encompass this whole thing, and then you could weld it all the way around. The way they got it, you know, they got it where it only goes halfway across the pipe. Shoot. To make it sturdy, it needs to come all the way around, but there ain't no telling. And I'm going to straighten that side out, but I don't want to bust the weld, because I can use the leverage I have on this handle and all to straighten it all out. What's just some of my thinking as I'm just you know, just looking at them. So, have you guys ever had some of these right here, where when you try to tighten them up, they just spin because there's nothing to grab a hold of? And that's what I'm running into here, because, well, it's wood. And, you know, if this was a metal slot to go for that little square right there to go into, like on the mowers and stuff, it'd be different. but it's not, it's wood. So they bang it down in there and then they tighten it up. Well, there's no place to grab it, right? And they're recessed in there. So y'all see what I did? I don't know if y'all can see that. I got the grinder and I just made a line in each one to where I can now, I can just put my screwdriver on it while I tighten it up, see? And because without that, and I'm just making content, y'all. You know, it ain't a typical day, so it ain't typical content. And you know, I do a lot of different stuff, man. So I'm not in a box nowhere. So you see, as I tighten it up, how that thing's spinning. You can't get a grip, right? So just get your grinding wheel and just put a little line in it. That's all you got to do. You don't go too deep, just enough where a screwdriver will fit on it. How you like that, y'all? That's some G shit right there, man. Another one right here. Bam, bam. Okay, y'all, so y'all see I got it on its side. I'm gonna use this strap to kind of pull it and try to straighten it up, and then I'll tack the other side right there. So I'm looking at these things and I'm kind of comparing both of them. So main thing here is when they put this thing together, they did not put it together correctly, or it moved. See this channel right here, it's supposed to come all the way where this piece right here is on the end of that. See, and that gives you more to bite to. See, now I did loosen the back one up. But what needs to happen is I'm gonna tap it this way, screw it down, and then I'm gonna put this in there, because you see we got a freaking 1/4 inch right there. That piece right there, where you see the end of it right there, that's supposed to go to the very edge or further, you know. So that's how it is on the other one over there. So that's where I'm at, man. All right. You take this off, you can grind that out just a little bit, and you're gold, man. That's the way to do it right there. I'll show y'all. So y'all see right here, I'm gonna get the grinder and I'm gonna create a radius to where when it'll go in a little bit. Basically just gonna cut this piece back just to freaking, not even, maybe 3/16 or something, just enough to where this flange here can get more of this. And if I can get it far enough over, then what I can do is I can drill a hole through here, through the pole, out the other side, and tighten it that way, and then weld it. So that's gonna be the thing to do. See, I just took it. It ain't got to be pretty. It's just got to get around this to make this flange. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to do a little bit more, but that's gonna. Ooh. So I need to get it just a little bit. I like that, y'all. I like it, man. Okay. See, and having all these parts around, these fasteners, shoot, there ain't too much you can't really take care of. All right, y'all, so I got them done, man. They're nice and sturdy now. So I double welded this down here at the bottom. I don't have no green paint, and they ain't paying me to paint them, so I just threw some black primer on there, and that's all I'm gonna do with them. I'm gonna load them back up, but y'all see, they stout now, man. This one was the one that was all the way broke. Yeah. All right, y'all. Gotta be multi-talented out here, y'all. So, you know, I spent 2 hours, man, and $200. That ain't bad, man, really. So, yeah. Turned out to be a damn pretty warm day, man. We're walling around in the shop, y'all, making money. I fell into a couple $100 today. Just like a couple $100 just smacked me upside my head, man. Take me. I love it, man. I love it. Just makes you, you know, well, man, $200 ain't nothing, Ray. Yeah, you're right. It is one thing, though. It's that way. It ain't that way. So, as long as I'm going that way, there ain't nothing better than getting smacked upside the head with a couple $100 on a day you ain't working. And you ain't having to go nowhere. I mean, without the shop, that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have had room. I'd have had to move all my shit out of the garage to do that. The shop was paying dividends, man. Man, it ain't no money, man. You're a poor hustler, man. I'm that way, though. That way. All right, y'all.